Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, October 26th, 2021. And here's what we're looking at for the day. It was really turned out to be a range day, but what we did is we made two measured legs up. We started this leg last night or yesterday, and that leg ended up right here, and then you just drag, the measured move right here, and you can see we went a few ticks above that measured move, and then we reversed and came back to these overnight lows. So if you saw that, then you'd understand why prices were trending down right here. So yeah, there were some good trades in here, some good blue and red trades, but there were also some good aggressive trades in here, and we'll take a look at those right now. I don't think I missed anything in here. You know what? I think this is tough right here because you're going into the highs. So let me mark that as green. But that is a failure. First, failed second entry short right there. Really bullish bar. But it's also going into the midline. But yeah, that's a trade you can take. I don't think you can take anything in here. It's too aggressive. It's too congestive. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. This is just extremely congestive. First entry, second entry long right here, but signal bar is kind of a doji, and it looks like you would have gotten scalped out, but that's a doji, and this is congestive. I probably would have had my congestion drawn like that. So, and no setup on the failed break lower, but you do get this first failed second entry long. And here, it's tough because these kind of look like, this kind of looks like a second entry, but it's not. And it kind of looks like a failed second entry, but it's not. It's like a fourth entry or something. But you might look at this as a new low, and in that case, first entry, failed second entry. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I did have this marked on my chart earlier, I'm pretty sure. But you get a first, second entry. At this point, problem here is at this point, with this doji here and this doji here, this feels congestive, and then this feels congestive too. But at this point, you know this is congestion. So this is a second entry long, and I actually entered on that, but I got out at break even because you get this doji. These are all dojis. It's just uncomfortable. So we make this new low, and you get a first failed second entry, but this is in congestion. So I don't like that. So I don't think you can get into this move, unfortunately. But once we make this move up, and okay, let's talk about this, because this looks like a really nice second entry long, but this is definitely congestion. Doji. Okay, these bars are inside here, or these bars are inside this bar. This is a doji, this is a doji, this is a doji, this is a doji, this is a doji. So honestly, I would have taken this. I would have taken this trade, but it doesn't get you a scalp. Right? Even if you enter on the engulfing bar, 87.75, looks like a 4-tick failure to me. I did like this though. Did I? I feel like oh, okay. I thought I entered on that or something. No, I was probably driving at that point, but yeah, that's tough. But this is congestion, so that's all I could say about that. I'm sure we'll have. Oh, you know what? That's what could have kept you out, is the measured move. You probably do not want to be going long right into that measured move. That's 3 ticks up until that measured move, and yeah, I would have drawn my congestion like this, how I have it drawn, because these are the inside bars of this bar, so I drew it at those highs. It's like a feel. I don't know. It's something you just feel. I don't know how else to explain it. But yeah, that's tough. That's tough. If you got burned there, I wouldn't beat yourself up too much about that. Here, this just looks like a failed breakout of congestion. This is definitely very aggressive, though. And I think I might have had I probably would have had it drawn like that. So yeah, that'd be a failed breakout. Then we go back to the highs, hit that measured move one more time. Come down here, there's no second entry long. This is just a first entry, but it's at the lows, so you might go long there. But then when you get this is a second entry, so we get a first entry, it breaks lower and then higher, and that's a very bullish bar. So I like that because we have been moving up. I don't think I would like it as much if I had seen this measured move. So you always want to be looking for the context. And this is, now that I'm looking at it, I think this is probably aggressive. But I like the way it's set up. That's a very bullish bar. Closes above the EMA. Then we make this double top up here. And boom, big leg down. And the reason I like this aggressive entry is because, so we make this range and you draw the measured move, and it's like a break out of the measured move, but also you have a lot of support here at the overnight highs and just with this very congestive area. So not the greatest entry, but there's reason to take that. We attempt to break back in, and unfortunately I missed this in real time, or else I would have taken it. But you get a first entry, failed second entry long right here. And if you're reading it right, this looks like a trend down. What I liked about this, and why I was thinking about going short here, is because we failed to break back into the congestive area after making this triple top. And I think if you had this measured move drawn, that would really help you go short here. But anyway, not really any good opportunities to get in on this move here other than that. Then we form this congestion, and then we break up and hit the trend channel. And this looks congestive, but we're making lower highs, as you can see. And this kind of looks like a second entry short, but that's an inside bar. That's extremely bearish, so that's why I marked that. But if you're just patient, you get a first failed second entry long off the trend line, off the EMA, and that gets you a very nice move down. And that brings us to the overnight lows. And we can't break further low out of there. And so when that happens, let me delete this. You get a first failed second entry short. I like the way that's set up, so I took that. Afterward, it looked like congestion, but at this point, it didn't. So that this brings us to another very nice trap. So I wasn't looking. Okay, so you got a first entry, second entry, and it looked to me like that was a failed breakout counter trend. First of all, you got to be careful going long here because we haven't made a new low after the break of this channel. I didn't think about that in real time. However, you see this bounce at the midline of the overnight highs and lows. That's a sign not to go long. This closes below the EMA. That's a sign not to go long. And it's not a high or low. So I went long there on my simulator account and I got burned. And then once that happened, I saw this first failed second entry long. I was like, ooh, that's a failed second entry long. So I switched over to my real simulator account and I got burned on that too. So, and look how reckless that is. If you draw your trend channel, if you're going short there, that's right into the bottom of the channel. So I got burned there. Maybe you could go long here. I like that because it closes above the EMA, and that would have gotten you in on this nice move. But if you're just patient, you get a first failed second entry short right here. It doesn't set up great, but it looks, look, we made a higher swing low, higher swing high. I think you can take that. And first entry, second entry didn't set up well. So, yeah. I like that. And you get this is a new low, so first failed second entry again. This one looks more aggressive because you're going into the opening prices. And you got to figure we're going to test those opening prices. And we didn't test it right here. So that's another reason I like that. And I guess first entry, this had matching lows, so it's just an inside bar, but it looked like a second entry long. And here we get a first failed second entry short. Only gets you a scalp. It's off the midline and the EMA. And I usually don't like these doji bars that close far from the EMA. Just feels like a trap. This is aggressive, I think, because you're going into that opening price. And it is kind of looking congested. Like you got some congestion over here. So it's a little bit to be worried. So this one, I really think you could have gotten in on this move. This is a first, second entry short. And the reason you might be considering this is because it's right at the overnight highs. Okay, we already tested the opening price. And there's room back to the EMA. So I like that, and I think you can go short there. So those are the trades I saw today. Here's the trades I took. Did I really take this many trades? Oh, okay, these were in the overnight. I'm not even going to go over those. Okay, I think maybe I switched from my... Oh, I didn't have like a... This keeps happening to me. I enter and I don't have my ATM strategy on. So I got out of this at break even, but I didn't like how congested this was, so I backed out. I'm okay with that. I went long here. This looks like congestion. This is just okay. So what I looked at with this entry is like it's a first failed second entry. However, it looks like a failed third entry, but we just never triggered the second entry, and that's why I was looking at this. So it's aggressive. It's aggressive, but I think it's okay. And then I went long here. I already explained this. I think this is second entry long. In hindsight, it's aggressive because we hit this measured move. I didn't see that, unfortunately. Here, this is aggressive. I think there are reasons to take this trade, but it's definitely aggressive. Look how far we are from the EMA. But, I mean, I got trapped on one of these the other day, so you got to be really careful. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get in on this short. Let's see. And this one, I thought I was on my practice account, but I was on my real account. Luckily, it was a good trade. This failed second entry short. And then... Uh-oh, what happened here? I thought I went... Okay, yeah, I went short here. I don't know why there's 6. I don't know why there's 6. I guess I didn't have my ATM strategy on. But what I did is I went short here. And like I said, you're going short into not only the bottom of the potential trend channel, short-term trend channel, you're also going short into the overnight lows. So I'm really upset that I took that trade because I was on my real account and walked away with less simulated profit than I wish. So that's what my trading day looked like. I hope you had a good day, and I'll be back tomorrow.